Hi, it's Sheila Truelove, and I'm here with Erectile Dysfunction, segment 103, I believe this is. 103 or 104. I will make sure that I put it correctly when I label it. I first want to start off by saying that my email address to answer any of your questions or any of your concerns is SheilaTrueLove7 at AOL.com. I'll be so happy to answer you by email for a small donation of a mere $7 per question for the extensive research that I do and the professional answers that I will provide you with. You will not find any cheaper rates than this. You won't find any cheaper rates than what I am lovingly and kindly offering to my Tubies and my Teletubbies. Now let's get right to it. What I want to talk about is erectile dysfunction is one of the reasons there are so many sexless marriages and so many sexless relationships. And this is starting to create a huge problem. Now, I was speaking with the medical doctor. Her name is Christine Stewart. I got information from her. We were talking about how erectile dysfunction can lead to so many relationship problems. We know that as people age, there's no doubt that their sex lives change along with their bodies. For some couples, that can mean and create so many problems in the bedroom. Take, for example, there's a woman in her 50s. She has a partner who has erectile dysfunction. And though this obviously it affects their life, their sex life, it also carries on into the rest of their relationship. They find themselves fighting about so many things, and it turns out that a lot of it has to do with the dissatisfaction that they're having in the bedroom. Now, we know in many cases involving women and erectile dysfunction, the men, they're too ashamed to talk about it, or they're too ashamed to go and get the necessary help that they need. Instead of them doing these things, they tend to pull away from their partners, and that creates a huge problem. So she, in turn, she starts to feel rejected, unloved, undesired, and the relationship suffers. Now, we know that erectile dysfunction, it can be very challenging, and men who develop this erectile dysfunction, they start to feel really terrible about themselves as a man. They feel like they are failing as a husband. They feel guilty that they can no longer be able to be these sex crazed animals, or what I like to say, these sex providers. This is what they feel that they're supposed to be for their partners, which is one of the important ways. This is how men feel good about themselves in relationships. This is how they feel masculine. Personally, I think that's what happens when men tend to put so much emphasis on their penis. And the first thing that comes to my mind is how God said, "Do not put no other God before my face. I'm a jealous God." You have so many men out here today who have taken their penis and they made their penis a god. It's their everything. And then when it starts to malfunction on them, everything hits the fan. They're mean. They're kind of hateful. Now, besides the emotional impact of erectile dysfunction, there can be physical concerns as well. This is the reason why it's so important for men to see a professional so that they can see where the problem may be. Okay, there's many possible underlying reasons why he could be suffering from this erectile dysfunction, which is another reason why I have to put emphasis on letting men know, be careful how you treat your partners. You know who's knocking, right? I'm afraid so. Yep, it's karma. Now, there are many underlining reasons why a man may start to lose his erections. It could be cardiovascular problems or any other type of disease that could be causing this to happen. Because as men age, their lack of erectile ability can be the first sign of something wrong with their capillaries from high cholesterol. What about diabetes? This could cause all kind of penile problems. Also, then there's the prostate cancer, maybe the surgery or some type of treatment that they may have had. This could cause a lot of structural or hormonal problems with their erections. And I know that's true for a fact because I myself have experienced that with my ex-husband. When he had prostate cancer, he had to undergo radiation for like 3 months straight. That radiation on his prostate killed almost everything. It took time for him to, it took like a good 18 months, maybe 2 years, before he was having huge erectile issues. No longer able to ejaculate semen. Everything was doggy water and they say worms as a man gets older, but I'm not going to try to be that harsh. You know, worms and doggy water. And then they want you to perform this oral stuff. Who wants that in their mouth? I mean, let's think about it. So men have got to be careful how they treat their partners because God don't like ugly. And when you take your penis and you make your penis a god, you're everything. You don't care about where you're slinging your penis and you have all this community penis all over the place. And you don't care how you're hurting innocent women who may really have genuinely loved you. Come on now. All of this is going to catch up. Now you think about some of the medications and many drugs that could be included when men have high blood pressure. What about diabetes and cancer? All of this stuff can contribute to the erectile dysfunction. And then there's the low testosterone, aging, and they have this decrease in their levels of testosterone that occurs, and that could cause a lack of spontaneous, those morning erections that you know you and I are used to. All of a sudden, they're not getting those so much anymore. And even when you are in the middle of intercourse, and all of a sudden, before anything is over, or you're not even finished, or let's say you almost close, bam, gone. Erection is gone. She's not a happy camper, but she's frustrated. But if you have been loving to her, and you have been kind to her, and faithful to her, your wife or your partner will be more than understanding and more than loving and willing to work through this with you. There's also valve problems that a man could be having. Valve problems that's unrelated to heart disease can also lead to weakening their erections because there's like a lack of blood flowing to their penis. So again, ladies, does this have anything to do with how desirable you are? Does this have anything to do with how sexy you are and how lovable you are? No, it does not. It has nothing to do with you. It's not a reflection on you at all. You know? And when you think also that means that he doesn't love you, let's think about it when it comes to women. Sometimes women, we may not get as lubricated or as moist. But does that mean that we are not excited? No, it doesn't necessarily mean that. It could mean hormones. You have young females in their 20s who have to use lubrication. It's not because the woman is getting older and you're getting all dried up. Really? A 20-something-year-old is all dried up? No. And you have them who also need lubrication when they're getting ready to engage in sexual intercourse. It's not an age thing. It has a lot to do with, are you on birth control pills? Because birth control pills or any type of estrogen that a woman may be taking, which is usually like birth controls, that's what causes a lot of females to dry up, even when they're younger, and they have to use lubrication. But it's no problem for women. We got lube, we good. We could keep it going until we're like well into 108, and we good. Let's just get lubed up, baby, and it's on and popping. But anyway, ladies, the point I am stressing, and also for the males out there, don't take it to heart and think that everything is about you because you're not sexy, or he makes me feel so bad about myself. No matter how much I try to initiate sex, the more I try to initiate, the more he pulls back because I've gotten fat or I've gotten too skinny. Some men are not into skinny women either. They like meat on their women's bones. And she dropped so much weight, maybe because she had cancer, maybe because she took ill. Now she's no longer voluptuous and full and nice and soft and meaty and yes. Maybe she's no longer that. But that still is no reason for partners to turn on each other and do cutthroat and cheat and underhanded. And no. Love does not work that way. You're to remain faithful and loyal to each other. Just because someone takes ill or their body changes or their looks change, just remember the reason why you first loved them when you first met and when you first started out. Try to focus on those things. But I have to put more emphasis when it comes to the males out here because they're hard on women. You know, they make it hard on us. The moment our bodies change or something changes, or she loses her hair, or she's wearing a wig or weave or this or blah, 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 blah. You want to talk about natural this and natural that? Let's remember those natural erections, fellas. Ain't nothing like a natural, solid rock, lead pipe like erection. Natural. It's a beautiful thing when you can be spontaneous and just make love at the whim. It's great when we can wake up in the morning or at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and I could just turn over to my partner and make it happen for the both of us. It's wonderful when that can happen. Unfortunately, things do change. And the males out here, they really need to be mindful of that and watch how you treat the women in your life. Be careful with that. Anyway, I have to take this phone call. I will talk to you later. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time. I'm sorry. Hold on a moment, please. I'll be with you shortly. Yes? Are you okay? Yeah, let me call you right back. Okay, bye. Yeah, got to do that. I'll deal with that later. But like I'm saying, be mindful of how you treat people. Okay? Because... Hello? Who is it? Karma! Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye for now.